Have you ever made a bad decision? Maybe it was your youth, your inexperience, and your lack of guidance, but you made a decision that you later regret. Now, every time you're forced to make a decision, you're self doubting and maybe even sabotaging yourself. Today, we're talking about finding trust within yourself. You're out there looking for the one who won't betray you, the one you can finally trust. So you analyze every text, you hunt for red flags, and you cross your fingers hoping this time is different. But what if the reason you keep getting your heart broken isn't about who you're choosing, but about the one person you've completely stopped listening to? Before you even think about your next relationship, we need to talk about the most important one you will ever have, the one with yourself. Because here's the secret: trust isn't something you find in someone else, it's something you have to build at home inside yourself first. In my book, 40 Questions Before a First Date, the first chapter dives deep into questions for your own self reflection. So, as soon as you're done watching this video, go on and grab your copy. So, why did you stop trusting yourself? How did you even get here? How did your own inner compass get so scrambled? It usually starts with a betrayal, a heartbreak that makes you question everything. Remember that gut feeling you had? That little whisper that said, hey, something's not right here. You probably pushed it down because you wanted it to work so badly. Or maybe you kept accepting behavior you knew was wrong, and each time it chipped away at your self respect. That's called self abandonment. It's a fancy term for when you consistently put someone else's needs, feelings, and happiness before your own until you wake up one day and have no idea what you even want anymore. You start to believe your own judgment is fundamentally broken. That nagging thought, I always pick the wrong people, becomes a self fulfilling prophecy. Your brain literally starts looking for evidence to prove it's true, often because of the deeper patterns from our past and old traumas. The result is you stop trusting your ability to make good decisions. Here's the good news: you can rebuild that trust. It's a muscle, and right now it's just a little out of shape. So let's get back into the gym. Step one is to start listening to your gut again on the small stuff. Your intuition never vanished, you just got really good at ignoring it. Let's practice tuning back in. You don't need to make a huge life altering decision today. Start small, really small. When you're getting dressed, ask, what do I actually feel like wearing? Not what would other people think looks cool. What you're figuring out is how you feel, and you're getting in tune with how you feel, what your body actually wants right now. This tiny check in with yourself honors what you need, it honors who you are, and it gives you permission to be you. You're not asking for someone else's permission anymore. It's like teaching your brain that your opinion matters. And when you feel anxiety, just pause and ask, what's this feeling? Where did it come from? And just let it be there, no judgment. This simple act of noticing yourself, who you are, where you are, is crucial to hearing yourself clearly again. The second step is to keep promises to yourself. Trust is built on proof. If you plan to have lunch with a friend and every single time he or she bailed on you, you would stop trusting them and you would stop planning to have lunch. The exact same rule applies to yourself. To rebuild trust within, you need to prove that you are reliable. Start with something really small, like I'm going to the gym, not for 2 hours, but I'm just going to go for the gym for 5 minutes. Even if you just walk in the gym, don't exercise, but you made it to the gym, you've kept your word to yourself. And it's a tiny, tiny promise that you can start building on. The goal isn't the big achievement, but the small act of showing up for yourself. Keeping a promise to yourself helps to rebuild trust. It sends a powerful message to your brain that I can count on me. So, what is one tiny promise that you can make to yourself? Step three is define and defend your boundaries. So let's talk about it. Boundaries aren't walls you build to keep people out, they're just clear, kind statements about what is and is not okay with you. Boundaries are essential for your own safety and sanity. People who respect themselves expect to be treated with respect. If you find an area of your life where you feel drained or resentful, think about why. Is it the friend who always calls you to complain late at night? Is it the family member who loves to comment on your life choices? A boundary can be as simple as saying, I'd love to chat tomorrow. I'm winding down after 10 p.m. Or I appreciate your concern, but I'm not going to discuss my career with you anymore. Defending that boundary, even when your voice shakes, proves to you that you're capable of protecting itself. It proves that you have your own back. Step four, forgive the you that didn't know better. You can't trust yourself moving forward if you're still punishing yourself for the past. Maybe you're kicking yourself for missing a dozen red flags, or maybe you saw the flags, but you decided to keep on holding on to something that did not serve you well. It's time you let yourself off the emotional hook. It is time to forgive yourself. You made the best decision you could with the tools and information you had at the moment. Making a mistake doesn't mean you're a bad person. It means you're a human being who is learning. So stop beating yourself up. Stop speaking to yourself like you don't deserve better. Yes, it was tough, but you learned from it, and it's okay. Let yourself know that you are proud for even trying. Trusting yourself isn't about being perfect, it's about knowing that even if you mess up, you have the strength to handle it. Rebuilding trust with yourself isn't a weekend project, it's a daily practice. It's the quiet, steady work of listening to your gut, keeping your promise, holding fast to your boundaries, and giving yourself grace. If this work feels too big to tackle alone, there's absolutely no shame in getting guidance. A good therapist or friends can be game changers in this process. Let's build this muscle together. The search for a trustworthy partner stops when you become the most trustworthy person in your life. When you build that solid ground within yourself, you no longer look for someone to complete you. You attract someone who is ready to meet you right where you are. So drop something in the comments below. Let me know that you want to build this muscle together and make that tiny promise that you can keep to yourself today.